Welcome to another drum lesson. I'm Nate Brown. This lesson is from the January 2011 issue of Drum Magazine. The selection of music I'll be going over is called Did You Get It? It's by Antonio Sanchez. Again, that's page 46 in the January 2011 issue of Drum Magazine. This selection is a dynamic selection, and the overall feel of this piece here is quiet, relaxed. But even though it's relaxed, there's a lot going on. The first measure starts with a bass and ride cymbal, and then we have a rim knock. And a rim knock can be played by taking the butt end of the stick, placing it on the rim, and your hand moves up and down on the snare drum like this. And it's okay to cup your hand actually on the drum head to get a rim knock. Now this pattern here has an accent on the second rim knock. So it's 1 and up, 2 and up, 3 and up, 4 and up, 1 and up, 2 and up, 3. That might take some practice to get used to, but it is important for this piece. The first measure sounds like this. I'll play it and count it slowly. 1 and up, 2 and up, 3 and up, 4 and up. The 4 is on the middle tom, right with that accented rim knock. Second measure slowly. 1 and up, 2 and up, 3 and up, 4 and up. Measure number 3 begins with the bass drum, and this is where the ride cymbal ends. So far, for the first two measures, we had it on 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's no more ride cymbal for this whole selection. So I'll play and count measure 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I'm going to do it one more time, a little slower. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Second line, first measure, I'll play it and count it slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Second line, second measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and When I learned this, as I said, I practiced it very slowly, and I added on one measure at a time, or I put two measures together that were a little more difficult. So I'm going to play the second line, the first and second measure, so you can hear what that sounds like together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and The third measure on the second line sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and On the snare drum, there are double strokes. There's 16th note triplets. I like to count just the number 3, so 3 for the two hits, 3 and 4 and I'm going to play all of the second line slowly and count it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and The third line, we're going to start with a stick shot. What I like to do to break out of that 3 and 4 and 1. So the stick shot is just when you have normally a stick shot's played down here where you have the stick resting on the rim and the drum head at the same time, and you hit the stick. Since we're over here, I think it'll be easier just to do it this way. Is how I do it. So I hit 1 on the stick. The third line is difficult because there are a lot of rests, and it is important when learning it to count so you can understand how the notes are in relation to each other, and you can get that rhythm down. So I'm going to play and count the first measure. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Second measure, play it and count it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Third measure has the accent on 1 for the rim knock. We're going to play it and count it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and And finally, the fourth measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I'm going to play and count all of the third measure for you slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and The fourth line is rather melodic. And it is difficult to count because you start listening to the melodies, and they don't always flow right on the downbeat or the beats that you think they may. So if you focus on the melody or how many times you're going to hit the toms before you hit your rim knock or your hi-hat with the foot, that helps. So what I'm thinking in my head, the first measure does the same thing twice. The second measure and the third measure, you've got 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. And then you've got the hi-hat with the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So the whole thing one more time, a little faster. And now I'll play this all the way through for you. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. If you haven't subscribed to Drum Magazine already, make sure you do so, and keep drumming.